decreases with altitude. As altitude increases, atmospheric pressure and oxygen concentration in the atmosphere decreases. A point is reached where humans cannot breathe anymore. Effects of high altitude on humans. Death zone. The death zone, in mountaineering, refers to altitudes above a certain point where the amount of oxygen is insufficient to sustain human life for an extended time span. This point is generally tagged as 8,000 m, 26,000 feet, less than 356 millibars of atmospheric pressure. Humans cannot breathe at high altitude. Above the death zone you have to bring your own oxygen. This was only known recently, however this was portrayed in the Quran 1,400 years before it was discovered. The Quran says that as we ascend to the sky it becomes more difficult for us to breathe. Quran. Those whom Allah wants to guide, He opens their chests to Islam, and those whom He wants to leave astray, He makes their chests tight and constricted, as if they are ascending to the sky. Such is the penalty of Allah on those who refuse to believe. He makes their chests tight and constricted, as if they are ascending to the sky. This turned out to be correct. No mistakes in the Quran. Sudden surge in water. In a flash flood, loose objects are swept by the flood. Flood. Riverine channel. Floods occur in all types of river and stream channels, from the smallest ephemeral streams in humid zones to normally dry channels in arid climates to the world's largest rivers. When overland flow occurs on tilled fields, it can result in a muddy flood where sediments are picked up by runoff and carried as suspended matter or bed load. Flash floods are the most common flood type in normally dry channels in arid zones, known as arroyos in the southwest United States and many other names elsewhere. In a flash flood, loose objects are swept by the flood but what always floats on top. This was known recently, however this was portrayed in the Quran 1,400 years before it was discovered. Quran. He sends down water from the sky, and riverbeds flow according to their capacity. The current carries swelling froth, and from what they burn for fire, to make ornaments or utensils comes a similar froth. Thus Allah exemplifies truth and falsehood. As for the froth, it is swept away, but what benefits the people remains in the ground. Thus Allah presents the analogies. What they burn for fire is wood. So the water current carries wood on top. Today we know what this is, it is a flash flood. However, there is no such thing in Arabia.